You want high energy content? Well, you're gonna get high energy content. We don't f around on this channel. Greetings the internet and hello from this part of the galaxy. It's your boy Spur, and in this video of Mountains Out of Molehills, I'm gonna be talking about online privacy and anonymity and why you should be very worried. It's no secret that the government has unlimited access to whatever activity you partake in online. Whether you're looking at cute cat pictures or discussing your plans for the weekend, there is very little actually protecting your privacy when it comes to the World Wide Web. Now that might make you question the resources that the government has at their disposal, and truly it's not much. But what they do have is 100% no bullshit access to your service provider, and your service provider knows everything you get up to while having some seriously questionable moral standards. We are talking about people who'll sell your data to the first Tom, Dick or Harry who asks for it and puts money on the table. Recently, Airtel came under fire after certain parts of its privacy policy came under scrutiny by vigilant netizens. What it basically said was a clear admittance that they and authorized third parties collected and processed personally relevant data of their users, like generic data, biometric data, racial or ethnic origin, political opinion, religious and philosophical belief, trade union membership, data concerning health, data concerning natural personal sex life or sexual orientation, password, and financial information. However, the moment word started spreading, Airtel went into damage control mode and immediately retracted their privacy policy in lieu of one that did not specify, well, those details. Yeah, Airtel, we've totally forgotten what it said earlier and we believe you. 100%. Now that begs the question, if all your online activity is tracked, should you revert to just using pigeons for messages now? I mean, realistically speaking, you are one in over a few million users of your ISP. The sample size is just too large for your data to be in focus unless you've caught the attention of some people and they're tracking you. Even then, the core issue lies in the fact that we're promised privacy and that promise is blatantly shattered and we can't do jack about it. Leaking of sensitive online data has caused serious crimes in the real world and it should not be taken lightly. So what can you do to protect yourself, The very first thing would be to understand what privacy really means. For example, when you live in a neighborhood, your neighbor knows exactly who you are and where you live. But once your doors and windows are closed, they don't know what you're doing inside. That's privacy. If your ISP never looked at your data, let alone sell it, that would be privacy. They know exactly who you are and that you're connected to the internet, but choose not to make your personal data public or even look at it themselves. Now, in an ideal world, this is made possible through multiple laws that would ensure severe consequences for anyone who did infringe your privacy. But in our country, where you can do, well, just about anything if you know the right people, you kinda just have to go off based on trust. Your privacy is only as strong as the policies and standards of your local ISP. Now you could circumvent this by getting a VPN subscription, which brings me to the sponsor of this video. A VPN basically acts as a second gateway to the internet. You connect to a remote server and then connect to the internet from the access point given to you. In theory, this protects your activity from your ISP's prying eyes, but it just puts your privacy in another entity's trust. You still have no control over how your data might be used by your VPN provider. There are ways of getting around that as well, but it might include taking a dip into the deep end. Tor, or the Onion Router, is an open source anonymous communication system which directs internet traffic through a free worldwide volunteer overlay network. What this means is it is designed to stop people, including government agencies and corporations, from tracking your location or your browsing habits. It bounces the user's traffic through thousands of relays run by volunteers. Think of it like this. Every time your traffic bounces off a relay, that particular machine only knows where your signal bounced from and where it is going. That's it. nothing else. And this happens as many times as you want it to happen. You can set it to bounce only 3 times, or you can set it to go into the high hundreds. But keep in mind that the higher the number of bounces, the higher the latency. Doing this effectively scrambles the user's browsing history and location history and makes it, well, almost impossible for anybody to find the user's real life location or identity. However, this comes at a price. Using Tor can be quite time consuming because, well, it's really slow. You can't access most of your favorite websites because the browser just blocks plugins and pop-ups by default, and some sites just straight up block traffic from the onion network. It makes it quite pointless if you just want to look at, cat pictures and go through social media. But Tor does open you up to a whole new world. It is known that the surface web, the websites that you see on regular search engines, they're just the tip of the iceberg. What lies underneath is what Tor gives you access to. I won't really get into what really lies on the deep web, but if you want me to make a video on it, don't forget to leave a comment on this video. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to get regular updates about my channel. So, what should you really do? Sacrifice your online existence and chase anonymity? Using a VPN is, well, much easier and a lot more accessible than using the Tor browser. You get good speed and access to a lot more content around the world. Not to mention, it is way more user-friendly than setting up Tor. At the end of the day, it comes down to privacy versus anonymity. Privacy comes at the cost of trust, and anonymity comes at the cost of functionality. It really depends on what your needs are and what exactly are your intentions. There is one thing that won't affect your privacy at all though, and that is leaving a like under this video. Leave a comment and follow me on Instagram. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.